I found something that is going to help anyone put a smile on your face. Guys, obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty right now whether the price is going to collapse lower than 40K, whether the price is going to do something and pump. Every time I go live and I ask you, what do you want, more blood or more pump? Although the blood is high in the 40s, the one who wins is the pump. Finally, we want our money to give us something in return. Well, take a look at this, everybody. I mean, we are early. That's the beauty of this game, right? I mean, because what else is there to gain when you're already in the green, when everybody's winning, when everybody's buying, when mass media is already talking about it? Like, that's not difficult. That's easy. Everybody can do it. But let me tell you guys, Stock Money Listeners, once again, shout out to you on Twitter. I always like to follow these guys because they kind of come and put things in perspective, right? And well, this is just nothing more than the different cycles 2016, 2020, 2024. If you want to see them all clearly, it looks like this, right? How we have bear market resistance, And right now, we're seeing a little bit of bear market resistance, right? But we already broke it. Right here, this was 2020. Obviously, the pandemic, things happen, and boom, explosion from the 12,000. I remember seeing that with my own eyes when Bitcoin was less than $10,000 and then skyrocket to the moon in not such a long time. It took, a couple of months and that's it. Went all the way to 60s and that was 2021. But we needed to wait years for that to happen, right? From 2017 all the way the pump, the dump, some fake out, some bear traps. But at the end of the day, the bull market came. People are telling me on some of my posts because I mean, you know who I followed, you know what I talk about, and oftentimes they tell me, "This is the bull market already, Oscar. What are you saying?" No, guys, this is not the bull market. Bull market is gonna happen in 2024 or 2025, but it hasn't started because we need to first break that $50,000 mark. That as of right now, look at how we are right now. This is it. The $43,000. I think a lot of people, including myself, were like, okay, so when 39? Where is it, right? Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Let's go back here. But that's the beauty of it. Now, what's next? Where are we going now? Just to cut to the chase. From the 40s and 50s, just take a look at where the all-time high is. It's right here. So are you telling me, Oscar Ramos, that if we follow the same pattern in 2016 from $800 all the way to $5,000, that it was unheard of? How in the world can we do that? Then from relatively $800 that it was the previous all-time high here, or like a nice break-even point, now we passed that $5,000 and even more, $16,000 and higher in the bull market, all the way to $69,000. What does that mean? That our level here is to go to $69,000, which is gonna be somewhere here. That blows my mind, everybody. Because how can we see Bitcoin at levels of $200,000 over? For reals. Do you believe Bitcoin can get to $200,000 or more? I do. First 100,000. I think 100,000 shouldn't be a problem. That will be a rise right here. I've heard so many commentators on Twitter saying, do not bet against Bitcoin. You're going to get disappointed. People have done it. Bears have done it, and they come back to Bitcoin eventually. How many people are we seeing before saying all kinds of things about Bitcoin? Now they're for it. Look at just the Bitcoin ETFs, which, talking about Bitcoin ETFs, take a look at this number. Just then, Bitcoin ETFs have had 1 billion in trading volume for 3 days in a row. So there's demand in the ETF. If you want to have a strong ETF, you need to have a strong commodity, either gold for the gold ETFs or Bitcoin for the Bitcoin ETFs. So I am excited for what the future is. Obviously, short term volatility and uncertainty is always going to be here with us. But the future, guys, is the moon. Don't forget to smash the like button, everybody. Consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on those notification bells. Take a look at the links down below for your updates, free money, free crow, everything. Join the links down there. And welcome to pre Bitcoin bull market. Now we are in the post Bitcoin ETF era. We're still waiting for the Bitcoin halving. We're still waiting for a couple of different updates. We're still waiting on the upcoming FOMC, which that's going to be at the end of January on the 30th and the 31st. So because inflation is still not going down as expected, we might have to wait a little longer. And I know, I mean, come on, Oscar, get out of here. Like, how long should we wait now? I mean, we've been waiting for 2+ years. Can we just have a breakout and finally send it through the roof? I know, I want that too, but it's not as easy, right? Also, take a look at the conflict now we're having with the United States, firing back at different enemies, foreign territories or so. I mean, there's a lot of different geopolitical issues affecting the markets too. Not necessarily what you see the stock market, which is still green, but one big World War III headline, one bad headline that affects everybody's freak out, then the markets are going to start reacting. Nothing yet, thankfully, but have that in mind, right? There's a lot of things. Plus, we have the election this year. Like, what else do you want? So I take this opportunity as, okay, it is what it is. As an investor, I have to be ready, expecting the unexpected. And 100,000+ Bitcoin, let me tell you something. Based on these two previous charts that I'm showing you guys, it wouldn't be a bad idea to see, like, well, does that mean that $50,000 is gonna quadruple all the way to $200,000? Because $50,000 is where we want to be right now. Times 4, that's $200,000. That's literally gonna put us right here. And when you take a look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, $200,000 is the orange or yellow, which is the middle. It's not the red. The red was $300,000. Given the fact that right now we're seeing almost all kinds of scenarios for Bitcoin. We have greed, extreme greed, neutral, back to greed. At least we're not fear, because we're now in the more bullish side, and we can piggyback all the way to the extreme greed once again once Bitcoin starts ramping back up. So in all, guys, this Bitcoin ETF companies are gonna do what they know, and that's make money for themselves and their clients. They don't care too much about Bitcoin as a whole, but they just want to use this commodity to make a lot of fees in the process, and that's it. That's what they're doing, and nothing really can stop them. Not even the SEC was able to stop them. So don't think that we're gonna do something special for them. So there you have it, everybody. It's okay. It's fine. No, we're not moving at the rate we want. It's obviously a little boring for some investors. They're getting frustrated, impatient, and they're trying to say what they are. And some of them are selling at a loss, capitulating. It's up to them. But for me and you, if you know everything that we've been talking about in the last couple of years, guys, best days are they're yet to come at the end of this year or 2025. I'm not gonna say it, but I mean, I'll be very disappointed if we don't really break $100,000 in by the end of 2025. That will be ridiculous, right? That's just 2x from now. Like, Bitcoin holders and maxis will be extremely disappointed if by the end of 2025 is not $100,000. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but you never know in crypto. For now, accumulating in the bear, in the FUD, in the fear, the best strategy to do. Peace.